Hey slots enthusiast, did you know that America's prohibition was the best thing that ever happened to slots? That's coming up. Hi, my name is John Friedel. Welcome to Professor Slots, a channel that's all about mastering casino slots so you can win your way to success. If you've ever walked into a casino, looked around and wondered what's going on with slot machines, I can help. In this video, I'll do my best to answer the question, where were slot machines invented? Between you and me, understanding the history of slot machine development provides us with invaluable insight into this entertainment device. Armed with this knowledge, we can begin to understand what next technological advancements to expect. What follows is a brief chronological history of significant developments in slot machine technology. Throughout, notice how slot machine popularity waxes and wanes alongside the governmental responses to this type of gambling. I'll begin with Charles Fay in 1887 and finish with the invention of the first video slot machines in 1994. A multitude of other upcoming videos will detail the technical development of slot machines from the mid-1990s to today. They'll have more detail due to their emphasis on my winning slots strategies. The first place to answer where were slot machines invented begins in San Francisco. The Liberty Bell is arguably the first slot machine for gambling with automatic payouts. The Liberty Bell was invented in 1887 by Bavarian-born Charles Fay in San Francisco. This original slot machine simulated the card game of poker, having 3 spinning reels each with 5 symbols: diamonds, hearts, horseshoes, spades, and an image of the Liberty Bell. The highest jackpot, 50 cents or 10 nickels, occurred when all 3 reels showed a golden Liberty Bell. This invention was a massive success. Fay is the father of slots, in part due to this invention. However, it's also because he worked so hard to popularize the game. For both these reasons, Charles Fay's San Francisco workshop is a California historical landmark. Bell fruit gum machines were manufactured by Industry Novelty Company starting in 1907. The reels on these machines included cherry, melon, orange, apple, and bar symbols. It had non-cash payouts in the form of fruit-flavored gum, allowing machine owners to avoid prosecution under the anti-gambling laws of that time. The cherry and bar symbols became traditional to slot machines and are still used today. The bar symbol was the company logo of an early slot machine manufacturer. By 1910, slot machines were worldwide. Companies in Europe were mass-producing 30,000 of them. In America, machines were installed at most cigar stores, saloons, bowling parlors, brothels, and barbershops. Improvements immediately found in these slot machines were cast iron machines instead of wooden cabinets, improved mechanicals for back-to-back jackpots, new coin acceptor to limit the use of fake coins, and designed to be quieter. In 1909, new laws began to be introduced prohibiting slot machines from dispensing cash. These new restrictions resulted in slot machines having the aforementioned non-cash payouts of fruit-flavored gum. From 1920 to 1933, prohibition existed in America. When we learn about the history of the United States, we're generally taught that prohibition was a time when making and supplying alcohol was illegal. What generally isn't taught in history class is its consequence with regards to slots. Since slot machines were in bars and saloons, they moved to speakeasies alongside the distribution of alcohol and returned to offering cash prizes. So, as a result, during America's Prohibition, slot machine popularity increased even more. How much? Well, the time of Prohibition is also referred to as the Golden Age of Slots, due to slots gaining tremendously increased popularity. Gambling was legalized in the state of Nevada in 1931 due to the increasing popularity of gambling despite political pressure on the gaming industry. In the 1940s, slots were installed in the Flamingo Hotel in Las Vegas. However, after World War II, municipalities were drawn by the prospect of tax revenue. A consequence of this governmental response was an exponential growth in the manufacturing and playing of slot machines, which continued well into the 1960s. 1960s. Slot machine development advanced from a fully mechanical machine to an electromechanical device in 1963 with the Money Honey slot machine by Bally Technologies, a company formerly limited to the manufacturing of pinball machines. Besides improving gameplay with all manner of flashing lights and sounds, electrical components allowed for multi-coin bets with higher payouts. Bally Technologies would continue to develop slot machine technologies for decades. By 1970, Bally had added more reels and made coin handling improvements to allow for more coins and higher denominations, resulting in more tremendous jackpots for consumers. Bally went public in 1975, trading on the New York Stock Exchange as the first gaming company. The first genuinely electronic slot machine, that is to say the video slot machine, was developed in 1976 in Las Vegas, Nevada, and placed in the Hilton Hotel in Las Vegas. It received approval from the state of Nevada, but only after additional security modifications prevented cheating. Atlantic City, New Jersey legalized gambling in 1978, by which time the Bally Technologies behemoth had cornered 90% of the market for slot machines. Bally continued to add reels, knowingly both decreasing the odds of winning, but also increasing the size of jackpots. Over time, the number of symbols per reel was increased to a maximum of 25, and wagers were raised to $5, $25, and eventually $100. Coins would continue to be provided during slot machine jackpots until they ultimately began being phased out in the 1990s. An answer to the question, where were slot machines invented, wouldn't be complete without including an electronic board component commonly found in modern slot machines. Bally Technologies hired a computer programmer to increase the size of jackpots without losing profits for the company. The program accomplished this improvement by utilizing the concept of a random number generator, RNG. As it is challenging to computer generate a truly random event, take it from me, I'm a physicist, sometimes the more accurate term pseudo-random number generator, PRNG, is used. In any case, this focused business development resulted in yet another technological revolution in slot machine gaming. For those interested in this sort of thing, see Ignace S. Tanas, U.S. patent number 4,448,419, awarded in 1984. Entitled Electronic Gaming Device Utilizing a Random Number Generator for Selecting the Real Stop Positions. You can find it using the Google Patents search engine for patents. While there, why not look up mine? In the 1980s, computer microchips allowed a leap forward in slot machine technological advances. This included the capability of having video slots, online slots, and linked machines for progressive slots. In Las Vegas in 2003, a linked slot machine with a shared jackpot reached an enormous size before being won, nearly $40 million. One of the first slot machines with video reels was the Fortune coin by Walt Fraley. Slot machine manufacturer IGT purchased its patent from Mr. Fraley, then developed it further to overcome an initial distrust of this new technology by slot machine players, as well as improving its overall technical operation. Due to the application of targeted marketing techniques, video poker machines were identified to be fair and trustworthy, thereby overcoming people's initial skepticism over how honest the video slot machines would be, and building a public perception of trust. In the 1990s, the advent of the internet and increasingly fast and powerful computers allowed for the first electromechanical slot machines with bonus games, multiple lines, and the modern version of online slots. Casinos have established a broad base of slot players, while along with today's ready online access, online game developers are mostly only limited by their imagination. The first video slot machine was created with 2 screens in Australia in 1994, followed by America in 1996. The second screen provided the player with a different environment in which bonuses were played. You know how widely used that is today, right? Comment below if you've ever used a coin-operated slot machine. Be sure to share what year was the last time you saw one. Stick around for more on the history of slot machines. Have fun, be safe, and make good choices. Bye.